TimeRust.com proudly presents the Time Rust Brain Trust. Hey everybody, and thank you for joining us once again on the Time Rust Brain Trust podcast. Jinx, you owe me a drink that's fizzy. Oh wait, I have one right here. Num num. So
I'm off the hook.
I'm going to punch the guy to the left of me. Hoo-bah! There's no one.
There's
There's
here.
nobody there.
Because Steve, he made his 1 week appearance, guys.
He's getting his learn on.
You mean 1 month appearance?
Oh! 1 month appearance.
Oh,
So moving on
we miss you, Steve.
to the non-existence left is Eli.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's me. I'm Eli. I'm here, and I'm at the podcast.
And to his left is Marquise.
What it is, Jive Turkeys? What? I tried something new.
Hey.
All
right.
And to my left is Nathan. He's running the shindig.
It's apparently to my right is Black Dynamite.
That's right.
Dynamite. I love that show.
I'm too much man for you. What?
You know, I also really like Boondocks. I haven't watched them in a long
Can't
time.
wait because the new season's coming in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Boondocks is pretty good.
It's
All I saw from the commercial
Good
was
stuff.
Stink Meter's back, and I'm like,
Pretty good.
what's good?
oh,
Not
show.
as good as what was that?
Chosen
Afro
is pretty good.
Samurai.
Different genres entirely.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Comedy versus action. Come on.
Yeah.
Not
It's
as
not
good.
fair to
Yeah,
really
the
compare
Boondocks
those.
is on, like,
Not as good.
yeah, you can't compare the two, really.
There was some comedy in Afro Samurai.
And there was some action
There's
in
some action in the
Boondocks.
Boondocks. I mean,
Yeah.
But you don't-
any
it's
fight,
the same
any fight scene that
same
Huey's
genre.
in, it's
Intermingling.
it's pretty amazing.
intermingling of genres.
No.
And Bushido Brown, rest in peace, Bushido Brown.
Aw.
Yeah,
Teardrop.
So
Teardrop tattooed on my face.
it's Thursday.
yeah.
Means I killed someone.
So I guess are we going back to regular format, or I mean, are we going to?
Yeah, because we covered a lot of the
There
big
is
stuff.
no regular format.
Actually,
You know, what are you doing? Some stuff.
yeah, because Eli, what are you doing?
I have not prepared anything for this segment.
What have you been playing on your phone that you were telling about
Oh.
a moment ago?
Well, the
And what game did you already beat?
I was just talking, but the things that I have been doing this past week, I have been playing more Dark Souls 2 because that game continues to be the best thing that has come out this year.
Game Informer's game of the month, by the way.
Yeah, because it is fantastic, and if you're not playing it, you should be. In some ways, it's easier than the first one. In some ways, it's harder than the first one. It's a nice mix, which makes it continue to be an exciting challenge. I have also been playing, recently purchased during a sale, Charlie Murder, and also Battle Block Theater. I got those for like a combined total of like $5 and some change
Battle Block
on Xbox Live.
Meh about,
It's really not what you think. It's very good.
but well, you have to have a party.
No,
You think that even just you
the
playing-
single player part of the game is plenty great.
Oh, maybe.
That's what I was curious about because
There is a story and
I've bought a lot of games that have to have a party, and like I've regretted it.
no,
because
that one you don't. Like, yeah, there's fun stuff you can do in a party, but the single player part of that game stands well enough on its own. And it's very funny, and
I like what was it
the Behemoth.
the Behemoth, what they do.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, I'll give that a try.
You probably should, because it's a quality game, and it's fun. So I've been playing that. Beat I think I just recently got caught up to where we had played Charlie Murder that one night on Time Rust Tuesday, So I'm actually playing as Charlie this time. I don't really like him as much as I did I was playing as the guitarist, I think, when we were playing the Mesmer. But that's a fun game. It's a little bit odd playing solo because if you get KO'd, you're done. You have to play that level over again.
I don't play that game alone. I only play with someone else.
If you play with co-op, then they can just walk over and go and revive you.
Actually, that takes some time.
It takes a little bit of skill.
Yeah.
What else have I been doing? I played. I got Trials Fusion on Tuesday. Even though it wasn't supposed to be out till Wednesday on Xbox One, I got it on Tuesday because Walmart doesn't care about street dates really. So the other versions were out on Tuesday, so they sold the Xbox One version on Tuesday also. I couldn't activate my Season Pass because the Season Pass and nothing came out on Xbox One until Wednesday. So I finally did that yesterday and got the free items and stuff that come with the Season Pass. That game is not as good as Trials Evolution. Just looking at the base game, the stuff that comes day one for Trials Fusion, not as good. Not even anywhere close to being as good as Trials Evolution was.
I just realized what we're talking about. Trials, the game,
Trials,
the motorcycle.
with the motorcycle.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
this game.
We were like, we don't like this.
Yeah.
Eli loves it, but I don't like it.
I love it. I think it's fantastic.
It's not a bad game. It's just, I remember playing...
Yeah, for some reason you guys don't like it. I
played similar stuff like back in the day with California games. They had that bike mode. It's the same concept, and it's a really good thing. Don't get me wrong, it's really well done. I just not interested in
I give it as a well done game. It's one
of those precision, like multiple tries, you get frustrated kind of thing.
Yeah,
and you guys don't have a tolerance for that, and I do because I like Dark Souls more than anything else. But like for some reason, I don't know whether it's because Ubisoft took over and screwed everything up, or they injected some kind of nonsense into it that like didn't need to be there. There's not as many rider customization options. You can only pick one color for your bike instead of like each individual fairing having its own different color, so I can't make my crazy like rainbow looking bikes anymore. That disappoints me. The amount of tracks, I feel like there's not as many. There's not as many skill games. Like the tracks are way easier than previous versions, way shorter than in previous versions, and it's easier to get gold medals. There were some tracks where I had 1, 2, or 3 faults and still managed to get a gold medal, and I'm like, what? Like, why am I getting a gold medal? Gold medals were for people who had 0 faults and had a fast run. Like, so I don't know exactly why they mess with the formula, but the definitive Trials right now, I gotta wait and see what they do for DLC on this one, because they're going to have 6 different DLC packs over the course of the next year, leading into May of 2015. So they plan on supporting this game for a long time, which is fine, because, their DLC has always been really great for the previous games. There's no online multiplayer right now, out of the box, which is insane to me. You can do 4-player local multiplayer.
That's dumb.
But right now you can't do online multiplayer, which was always a huge part of this game. The track creator is working, so people are making levels, and I already played some that are just mind-boggling. Like, I don't know how people came up with this stuff. But apparently the editor, I haven't got to mess with it yet, but apparently the new editor is really good. I did notice a thing, like, for playing custom tracks, you now have an individual level for that. And the first day that it was out, they hadn't released the patch yet for Xbox One because it wasn't supposed to be out till Wednesday. The first day, I was getting 500 XP for playing somebody's custom track, and I was leveling up that individual level. Now, after that patch, you only get 50 XP per custom track, and I have not been able to level up at all yet because it takes forever. You have to play so many custom tracks. So that's a little bit bizarre that they would make that kind of change. What else have I been doing? I've been playing mobile version, Trials Frontier, which is free. And it is actually, in my opinion, better than what they currently have in Trials Fusion. There's little quests that you can do. There's parts that you collect for your motorcycles to upgrade them. It's one of those things where you have an energy meter, and you can only do so many races at a time, and then you have to wait for your meter to recharge, or you can pay to have it refill.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's the free-to-play crap rearing its ugly head.
Yay!
It's not as offensive as other things that I've played because it refills pretty quickly. Like, you can set it down for an hour
and come back
and it'll be fully charged.
I have the same thing when I play Dragon Age Heroes. Because it only gives you like five bars for each quest and battle.
Yeah, I tried that one a little bit too. And
I can put it down and come back, and it's already filled up, so it's not too bad.
But I recommend everybody try Trials Frontier. It's not as intimidating as the console versions because like they made it intentionally easier because phone controls you can't be as precise with them.
Yeah.
So I mean, give it a shot. There's some pretty cool stuff in it. The graphics are really nice. It's a really pretty looking game on your handheld device. I can't wait till I get an iPad and try it out on there. Hearthstone came out yesterday for iPad. It's finally available in North America for iPad. So, the Android tablets and stuff will be on the way, like, soon. They're not going to take very long to get those things out. I look forward to playing against you guys at some point in Hearthstone. It'll be great.
Look, not gonna get it.
Why?
Gonna get
you don't like good things that are awesome and good?
I mean, it was the...
it's free.
The MOBA game, right? Hearthstone.
No. This is the card game.
Oh, yeah, really, I don't want it then. No.
Why?
I don't like card games. If I'm gonna play cards, I'll play with real cards.
But these are basically real cards, just on your tablet.
No.
They're better than real cards because the gold foil versions animate.
Really?
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Gold foil versions are awesome.
I have several of those. But what else did I do? I played a little bit of stuff on my 3DS, just kind of messing around here and there. I played a little bit of Animal Crossing because Tomodachi Life got me kind of hankering for that kind of weird, nonsensical stuff. So I played a little bit of Animal Crossing on my 3DS. I played something else. I played a bunch of Rock Band 3 the other day because I haven't played in over a year. And that's really bizarre because I used to play Rock Band and stuff all the freaking time. And so I got that thing out, and I was going through there and playing. Like, I didn't realize Rock Band 3 came out in 2010.
It's been a while. And then they did the Dance Central games.
Yeah.
And they haven't done anything since.
Yeah. Rock Band 3 was 2010. And there were songs in there that I thought came out way later than 2010. I haven't bought very many songs, so I know that, like, not too many things are...
Well, I think they just recently stopped putting out new content for it.
Yeah, they just stopped putting out new content. Some of the old content has started to become pulled as the licensing agreements run out. So I went on there and I was trying to find some songs that I want to get before they pull them down. But I probably played 50 or 60 songs that one day. I just sat there and just made like playlists of 10 songs. Like, I did that 5 or 6 times. I seriously played for like 8 hours. It was pretty ridiculous. But I haven't had my PC on. Haven't played that very much. I'm still reading the first book of Game of Thrones, and I'm caught up on The Good Wife. Show is fantastic. Spoiler alert. Everybody okay?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, I don't watch it.
One of the main characters got shot and killed in a courtroom a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
I heard about that.
It was really insane. Nobody expected it. I certainly didn't.
It was the guy characters, right?
Yeah, it was Will.
Yeah. I heard about that. It was a big news article on it.
It was huge. And, yeah, now the show is going in weird directions. Like I don't know what they're going to do, but it's still super interesting and really well written. Cosmos continues to be fantastic.
But they won't give certain people the time they want. But that's okay.
What do you mean? What?
We're not going to go into it.
What? I don't understand.
Did you know where I was going with that, Marquise?
No.
Oh. All right, fine, I'll say it. There are people that are mad.
Oh, now I know you're going with this. Yeah, now I know you're going with this.
That they can't have equal airtime on Cosmos to give their viewpoint.
What do you mean? There are people that are mad that they can't inject something that's not related to the Cosmos into the show, the Cosmos?
Right.
So, I'm guessing creationists.
Yes.
Are angry that they can't talk about creationism
on Cosmos. Yes.
Which isn't their show.
Yes.
You know what?
Which is by a separate entity that has nothing to do with them.
Yes.
They think that they should be allowed to inject themselves into someone else's project.
They should have
just because.
And we're going to end it there because we promised.
I just wanted to make sure that I had my brain wrapped around it.
We promised ourselves.
I hadn't heard anything about that.
Well, just not saying anyone's right or wrong or anything like that. Just the fact that someone says, "Well, you should give us our time to say it." Yeah. It's like, but
being the one in the room, I'm going to say that's. I kind of say that's dumb. They can because it's like okay.
That's like saying, hey, you guys are putting on the play. The Great Gatsby. Well, my favorite play is Spamalot.
Yeah.
I would like to perform part of Spamalot during your play.
That's what it sounds like.
That's what it is. That's what I just had. That concept is so bizarre to me. That somebody would sit there and think, you know what? We should be allowed. Like, why?
It's not a point counterpoint debate. It's just I'm showing you this.
Yeah.
And then if you want to show that, you can show that.
You can show that, but you have your own time. You have to make your own arrangement for that. Yeah. You don't get to piggyback because I'm doing something.
And the funny thing is that Cosmos is on Fox. You don't think?
Yeah, that's the crazy thing. I thought that was bizarre too, but it makes sense because that's Seth MacFarlane's home. Yeah. And he's overseeing the production. He's the executive producer.
But I'm saying
that part of it makes sense.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
But it did. It struck me as weird. I was
why can't they make one for? I mean, Fox will allow that because.
Oh, they would definitely allow that. Someone needs to get off their butts.
Fox is not typically very good at being sciencey. Why are they supporting the Cosmos?
Well, it's. Basically, everything that isn't Fox Network skews right.
Yeah.
And, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's just interesting to see that.
Of course. It is.
But you know what is the most interesting
which is good. But it's good, though, that they haven't been, interjecting themselves and being oh, you can't. You can't. No.
But what kills me is Fox, traditionally, was the one breaking barriers. Yeah. They introduced Married with Children. What was for a long time one of the raunchiest shows on television.
Yeah, for the longest time.
Family Guy was
Family Guy.
And they continue to have stuff like that too.
American Dad, all those shows.
It's just their morning. It's like their morning into the afternoon, early evening stuff.
It's more like this. The main TV network that everyone gets. You can put that stuff on. They can put it. But for the cable channel, they're gonna go to what their beliefs more like to.
Yeah.
And that's how they organize it.
It's just kind of it struck me as weird, and I hadn't heard about I had heard other stories where people were upset about different aspects of the show.
But not that.
But that's insane to me. That's hilarious. I don't even know what to say about that. That's a whole new level of amazing.
What I love though is that I figure out the viewpoint of both, Fox News and CNN and MSNBC. Mm-hmm. They all obey money. Boom, done.
Yeah.
They all obey money.
That's really it.
They're reporting on money.
Moving on.
Money happens.
Moving on.
Sorry, it's the CNN thing, which I'll bring that up in a second.
We bring you this story tonight because someone paid us.
Because
CNN's hilarious because they're still stuck on an airplane.
I know.
They're still stuck on an airplane.
Oh, that was so funny the other day. I saw a tweet. There was this dude. I forget who it was. I'm pretty sure it was a stand-up comedian because I follow all kinds of comedians on my Twitter, and he posted something. He was like, "So, shots are being exchanged over in Ukraine and Russia, like between Ukraine and Russia, I tuned into CNN. They're talking about the black box.
Yep.
Like,
ironically, there's a new TV show coming out called Black Box.
yeah, there is.
I'm like, is it?
Are they talking about that?
Yeah, I was gonna say, is this somehow tied in?
Is it tied in? I don't follow.
I'm tapping out now.
On this podcast or life? Because
this has gotten so stupid.
I know it's
I just thought it was hilarious. Like, shots are being fired. Between,
Yeah, I work
like two countries are going to war.
At the
Where
hotel.
is this airplane?
The breakfast time we had to watch a news channel, so they watched CNN because it's the most.
Yeah, like if you had to recommend, if somebody had to watch something on TV, I would say you should probably watch CNN. It's kind of the
all
most
this plain stuff. I'm like,
it's kind of the most, usually, it's the most kind of even keel, both sides of every argument, kind of, they don't really try and push their own thing a lot. They do.
it does happen,
But,
Yeah, it does
I mean,
happen,
they're
but
not, it's not
It's not.
egregious.
right? But I have to say, Saturday Night Live was great. I don't know if you guys saw it. They
I
had
didn't get to.
Seth Rogen on. He was
I
phenomenal.
wanted to see that.
Let me tell you something hilarious, though. It's the new CNN birth control, not birth control, but a pregnancy test. It turns on every 10 minutes and tells you it doesn't know. So it
turns on every 10 minutes and tells you it doesn't know.
It's got a little like a ticker on it,
Yeah.
It's because it's huge. It's like the size of, I don't know,
a tablet or something.
it's just ginormous. And then it's like, update, CNN, head news. We don't know if you're pregnant yet, but we're still looking.
Yeah.
And they just did that for like 5 minutes,
That's
and the
it.
woman was like, I'm going to destroy this thing.
Yeah.
And then,
and that's CNN for you. We don't know, but we'll update you in the next 2 seconds.
Yeah.
We don't know.
oh, but the best thing was, she's like, takes it and throws it and is all mad and stuff. And then you see her with a child, and she's like, well, turns out, I guess I was pregnant.
Thanks, CNN.
Oh,
CNN. You're awesome.
we don't
But,
give you anything.
that... Sorry that segued so broadly, but that took me by surprise. I had to know what you were talking about and had to wrap my brain around that for a minute.
There's just a lot of people that
There are a lot of people.
That's this world. Sometimes
Let's just leave it at that. There are a lot of people.
Yeah,
A lot of people
that'll
with
give
a
me
lot
real
of opinions, and let's
Yeah.
just
Well, we were driving earlier and we saw some people and we're like, they're winners. We're not going to say anything else.
That group of winners we saw,
Yeah,
group
that's
of
all.
overachievers we saw, yeah,
So,
good times.
anyways.
Well, let's
Marquise, what are you doing?
Okay,
20
well,
minutes later.
I saw a Cap on IMAX.
Hey, somebody's got to make up for Steve not being
Yeah, we had to make
here.
a video. Fail Steve. I saw The Winter Soldier in IMAX Sunday night. It was awesome.
I still haven't got to see it. I want to see it so
Easy.
bad.
It's quite literally the best movie of the bunch so far.
Yeah.
Better than the Avengers.
Better than the Avengers.
Better than the Avengers.
Oh, it was
I
so
don't
good.
know.
It was so
The
good.
Avengers has the Hulk,
Dude, it was the perfect blend
and I
of
like him
comedy,
better than any of the other
action,
Avengers.
and story. It wasn't too dumb. It wasn't too smart that you couldn't follow it, but it wasn't dumb. The action was spot on. It was good stuff. The comedy was hilarious when there were comedic moments. The drama moments were great. Scarlett Johansson sold the Black Widow for me.
This is the best her being Black Widow yet.
Does she fight more?
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Well, she is a
more
spy
than in
this.
more than in
Iron Man 2?
Iron Man 2.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. They show why she is the spy she is.
Oh, that's good.
She gets to use her taser things that pop out of her wrist
Oh,
things.
nice.
And it's really awesome.
The Falcon suit looked amazing.
Yeah. It was awesome.
Yeah, I've seen some preview footage.
And Anthony Mackie did
Very
a great job as the Falcon.
He was great.
You can tell that he was
now that dude, I gotta say, I saw him on Jimmy Fallon a couple weeks ago. That dude is a spaz. He was a spaz on Jimmy Fallon the other week. I was like, how could this dude possibly be an actor?
He gets great roles.
He was freaking out.
Oh yeah,
But,
he's
I
a total
think-
mark.
I'm
He
sure
was like
yeah.
he was like I wanted the red Falcon suit. I'm like, who says that?
It's so ugly.
I'm like, it's so ugly, but it was like you could tell he was a nerd because he wanted the red suit.
I heard. I was listening to Bob and Tom. They said there were some really good references to like some older stuff in like that came from him. Some of his lines made references, like when he was talking to Cap about things he missed.
Yeah,
and he's like, "You need to check out." I forget what the album was called.
It was Soul's Man, Marvin Gaye, Soul of a Man, or something like that.
Yeah, you got to check out this one album. It'll tell you everything you need. Yeah,
because Cap has a bucket list of things he needs to check out. It's hilarious. He goes and he's like 11 things on his list that he has to check out.
It depends on what country you're viewing the movie in. Like in the UK, it's actually a different list.
Is it really?
Yeah, because actually it has a few
they
things
actually
for
changed.
them. Yeah.
That's cool.
And China, it's something else.
Each have the different lists, but yeah, it was a very good movie. Again, just and I was sitting there at the end. I was just sitting on the edge of my seat, like, dude, when's Age of Ultron coming out? we need to keep this. We need.
The momentum is.
I forgot.
Going.
I have forgot Guardians is coming out this summer. I'm like, I need
Guardians.
Age of Ultron.
Yeah, you have Guardians to tide you over.
But it was a really
Age
good
of
movie.
Ultron will be next summer, won't it?
Yep.
I don't know if Guardians will be good as Cap, but I think it'll be good.
I think Guardians is going to be amazing.
I think Guardians is going to be amazing. It's not going to be as good as Cap.
Because that movie was so good.
Cap set a really high bar.
Just wait till Guardians comes out. I think you're going to be surprised.
It was, Captain America with the Winter Soldier was better than Iron Man 3. It's better than the Avengers.
Well, being better than Iron Man 3 is
not
a
better
big
than
accomplishment
all the
because
other
Iron Man 3
films.
is a stinky turd.
Nah, 2 was a stinky turd.
No, 2 was great.
No,
2 was a
3 is a stinky turd.
I'm Mickey Rourke. Let me whip you with my crazy
It's like,
whips.
I'm Whiplash and the... What's the Russian one?
And the Crimson Dynamo.
Thank you. I was like, Red Soviet dude.
Yeah.
But Red Soviet dude,
Red
yes.
Yeah,
Red
but
Soviets.
they combine Whiplash and Red Dynamo.
Yeah.
It doesn't really work, in my opinion. I hated it. It was too. It felt forced because Iron Man has a lot of villains, and they could have just brought like 5
Blizzard,
bad guys out.
They should have Iron Man 3, MODOK. Should have been.
That would have been dope.
Should have been MODOK.
That would have been dope.
He needs to show up.
He needs to
That's
show
the
up.
best
What
Iron
would you
Man
think
villain.
of, speaking of crazy
That's
villains?
the best
and
Iron Man
weird
villain.
formats?
Yes.
What did you think about that one?
I was excited.
That was crazy.
When they found him. I was excited. I don't want to ruin it for easy but when I found him, I know you're talking about it. I was excited. I fanboy marked.
Like MODOK needs to happen, man. He's
MODOK
a
does need to
mental
happen.
organism designed only for
I
killing.
believe he's gonna show up.
I believe he is going to show up because the way
In Ultron.
It's either
and-
Guardians or Ultron.
not Ultron, Avengers 3 or Cap 3.
I think
He's going to show up in one of those.
I think they're going to start
It'd
doing
be really
some,
cool if MODOK showed up. If MODOK shows up and they do him well, I will be a very happy person because that's the only Iron Man.
That's
the only Iron Man villain I care
Masters
about.
of Evil. They're setting up the Masters of Evil.
Nice.
Which those guys are
I mean,
hardcore.
So,
Although who would be in the Masters of Evil though?
well,
I mean, do they have the rights to Doctor Doom? I don't think they do.
no, but
Although 20th Century
you don't
Fox,
need Doom. You'll have the Wrecking Crew.
Okay.
You'll have Zemo or Strucker. You'll have then you can have a bunch of just C-list villains after that. Or B-list villains even that. I mean,
Because it's a whole league of them.
yeah, it's a whole league of them. But all you need is someone running the show. So they can either bring Skull back, or Zemo, or Strucker would lead.
Would you have the Skull come back, or
I-
as original, or would you have like a new iteration of him?
I'd do like the comic books and have a new iteration of him.
Because
Where he
remember
was
Sin?
yeah. I would either have him where he was or he has a new body.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the Winter Soldier book he has a new body. Or you can do a Sin. Or you can just have Zemo run the show, or Strucker, because those are two big Hydra dudes. So, but yeah, then I watched Shield. Awesome.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. this week.
Agents of
was
S.H.I.E.L.D.
intense.
was amazing. The past 2 weeks, the past like 3 or 4 weeks of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has been just.
It's redeeming itself.
I really can't wait to get it on Blu-ray.
You need to.
You hit this stride, you'll be like, yeah, this is the show it should have been the entire time.
See, I quit watching it because I didn't like waiting to find out. Like, it was a kind of show where, like, not enough happened in one episode to leave me feeling like I had accomplished watching something.
Once you watch Cap, and you'll be like, okay, I see what they were building up to, because you can see why they had to slow build this.
Actually, what we'll have to do is mark what episode it is. If you buy the box set for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and then get Captain America also, the Winter Soldier, then what you'll do is
I'll watch that and then
stop,
watch the movie, and then
go back. And you'll see, oh, hey, it's all together.
Yeah, it's all together, because it is all connected.
Yeah, there was an episode, I'll give you the name of it. It was called, it's the one that happens right after Winter Soldier. It's called Turn, Turn, Turn. And I was like, oh, man.
Yeah.
So they're doing a full season of that. It's going to be 24 episodes or 22 episodes?
22 episodes. And they're most likely going to get renewed for a second season.
I would imagine. It's been pretty popular.
It's not a strong show in the overall ratings, but it's one of ABC's highest rated shows.
Yeah.
So they'll keep...
They're like the bottom one, right?
NBC's the bottom.
Still? Okay. Well, I knew
because we don't count CW.
The Voice and Blacklist are still
taking it up. If you're looking at this, the ratings hierarchy, it'll probably be CBS,
NBC is like number
ABC, Fox, NBC.
Oh,
because NBC is so hit and miss.
Yeah.
But so Cap was Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was amazing. Patton Oswalt was in this episode. He was awesome.
And also they've had who on as a guest star for the last how many episodes? Like 4?
Oh yeah. Bill Paxton. Bill Paxton kills. I'll never take for granted a dude in a turtleneck ever again. He kills it. He kills it.
He's great. He is good.
I know in 2 weeks, Kobe Smulders returns as Agent Hill.
Which is awesome.
And then
I hope she joins the show.
And then Samuel Jackson is supposedly making a cameo for something like a video or something he leaves for Coulson or something, or we don't know what's going to happen with that. But it's rumored that he's supposed to be coming back at the end. But man,
it's not a spoiler. He gets taken to the cleaners. In Winter Soldier, because you see that preview where he's in the SUV, it blows up. So stuff's going on.
Yeah, stuff's going on. But but it was a very good thing. Then I watched Arrow, and Arrow was hitting on all cylinders right now.
Oh my goodness!
It is.
I have just seen something that I need to interject right now.
Okay.
Marvel characters are confirmed to be coming to the next Disney Infinity.
Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I meant to tell you that. Yes, the Avengers. Cap, Hulk, Black Widow, Hawkeye, and Thor are all slated to appear. I'm like, I would buy Disney Infinity just for that. Well, that, and I just found out the Phineas and Ferb
packs came out. Yeah.
And I
got them the other day.
I want to play as Agent P.
Yep.
Are they putting on the new consoles? Is it available on Xbox One and PS4?
Not yet.
The new one will be for sure, but the old one is never coming out for new consoles, I don't think.
But so when they're walking down into their little cubby hole, and
they're going into the place under the club.
Slade's waiting, the Deathstroke was waiting for him. I'm like, dude, that's just how do you even fight that? He's waiting for you. I just turn back around and go back upstairs. I wouldn't even fight him. I'm like, no, I'll go back upstairs. Forget this.
It was actually kind of funny because they go down there and like, so what are we going to do next? Well, we got to find Slade. And, oh, crap.
Yeah.
He just had a pistol.
And he rocked all 3 of them. And told Ollie, don't forget who told you how to fight the kid. I was like, yeah, because he owns you. He beat him like in 3 seconds. It was amazing.
Also, some of the realizations that came through, about like say, what's her name? Not Moira, but
Thea.
Thea.
Yeah.
So some things about Thea, and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
And then also the evil CEO of Queen Industries. Summer Glau. I forget her character's name. Was it Isabel? Or
Isabel something. She's a big bad.
So her fight scene though, awesome.
Yeah. It's just been kicking on all cylinders, and they said they're gonna have it's like season 2 finale is gonna set up for season 3, and it's gonna be huge, and I can't wait. because I want to see what happens. I don't think they're going to kill Slade off. I don't think you can't kill a villain of this magnitude just off like that.
Also, what do you think about the Flash references? That they're not. Flash
I like that. I like that they added some of the Flash characters, because that way you see these people. That way, when you watch the Flash show, oh yeah, I remember that episode of Arrow. These guys are on. Okay, so these guys were part of this thing. Okay, it helps build the mythos.
Mm-hmm. I'll be honest. The female, I don't remember her character's name. That was working in the inventory, or not inventory.
Panabaker?
Yeah, as I say,
Danielle Panabaker.
My name is Danielle Panabaker.
I forget her show name right now. It escapes me.
Her sister is named Kay, and Kay was in No Ordinary Family or whatever, where they were superheroes, and it got canceled because it wasn't.
Because it was terrible.
Yeah. But
because it was ordinary.
Because I enjoy watching Danielle, and she just died on Justified last week. So,
yeah. Panabaker sisters do work. They've been doing work since they were kids. I mean, one of them was an angel. But, that was freaky. But, yeah, so if you're not watching Arrow, you really need to get on Arrow Season 2. So it's on Hulu right now. You need to jump on that. Superior Spider-Man 31 came out. And it was awesome. The Peter Parker came back.
Peter Parker's back.
And Peter Parker came back in a huge way, apologizing to everyone.
Sorry that the comic has sucked for so long.
Oh, the comic hasn't sucked.
It's so good.
It's not.
It hasn't sucked, but it's just
Peter Parker was not Spider-Man.
He did octave some things to people.
Not a Spider-Man comic.
Octave things to people where Peter had to go apologize. But it was awesome. He fought the Goblin, and in one phrase, Green Goblin knew it was him. He was playing the big elaborate plan. Otto, yeah, you suck, Otto. I know it's you, and you will never defeat me. And Spider-Man quipped, and he just looked at him. And he goes, "It's you." He was like, "One and only." I was like, "Yay!" You know you're gonna get beat now, and it was just a really good issue. Lots of setting up for the Amazing Spider-Man. Lots of big things go down. Pick up the Amazing Spider-Man #1 to continue the story. It's a fresh jumping off point for everyone. It builds off of Superior Spider-Man. Dan Slott is riding up a storm in the Spider-Man department. So I highly recommend. Nick Lowe just jumped on as editor. He was the editor of the X-Men books. So check that out. Let's see what else I've been doing. I played some Deadlight, which was fun. I like the gameplay mechanics. I like the 2D feel of it. It's cool. The shadows are really fun.
The last 2 games that have been free with gold have been nice selections.
Yes, they've been very nice selections.
I appreciate Microsoft taking it in a better direction. Yep. Not just releasing very old crap that everyone probably already has.
Here's Halo 3.
Wait, yeah.
What?
You mean one of your best-selling games that most of your client base has already in their collection?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Microsoft, for nothing.
Yeah, I'll take that.
But I also played Hitman Absolution. Wow. Let me talk about a hard game. If you've never played a Hitman game before, I picked the wrong game to start off with.
Yeah.
Even on easy mode,
you've got to be really patient and meticulous about how you approach that game. Because everything, the AI is pretty good.
So smart. It's you choke somebody out, and it's they're noticing already. They're like, somebody's missing. You gotta dump the body, you gotta dress up, and then you gotta have the instinct, and the instinct's running out, and you're like,
yeah.
And when they see you, they look at you, and it drains your instinct that much faster. You're like, stop looking at me. But see, when I first started playing the game, I'm thinking, I was playing more of the Splinter Cell Blacklist, and I'm like, I can be stealthy, but I can still power through some stuff. No, you can't power through stuff. You have to be stealthy. So I went back and I started playing stealth, and it so much faster. Knew what I was doing. I had plans. Okay, the rat poison's here. Put the rat poison in that. Walk away. He's dying. Unhook the power volts. Poke him to the fence. Turn the juice on. That's another guy. Turn on the gas. When they walk away, little things like that make the game go faster. Go exploring the area.
Yeah.
Because I was playing the Chinatown map.
There's so many different ways to do each
Yeah,
mission.
and I found the sniper rifle, and I was like, oh, well, dude. And then I blew up the car, and everyone looked at the car, and I sniped the guy. Boom. Done. Mission over. I put down. I'm already dressed in my cop outfit. Walked out. No one knew who I was. It was simple. It was clean. But, good game. Play some more Dungeon Defenders.
It's a fun game.
It's a fun game.
Got it for free, right?
Yeah. It's a fun game. I need people to play with me so I can power level. So, because I'm like level 15, but
I could play that game a little bit more.
yeah, I need to power level. I need to get some cool stuff.
I need to go back into Saints Row and play some of the...
I got the
DLCs.
season pass now, so I can...
Steve has my copy of Saints Row, but I've already beaten most of the DLC. So
we could get into some of that.
Actually, there's something else I want to get into, which I'll bring up when it's my turn.
But yeah, overall, I just had some fun watching stuff.
That's good.
Prepping for Spider-Man to come out.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see it.
I
really enjoyed the first one. I loved it.
I thought it was okay.
The only thing I didn't like was the design of the face of the lizard. That's the only problem I had with that movie. Everything else I thought was great.
My concern is that there's too many villains.
Yeah,
I'm absolutely concerned about that because Spider-Man 3 sucked.
I'm concerned that I'm hearing Carnage is supposed to be involved now.
No, he's not going to be in this film. I don't think they're looking at him possibly for the third one.
And then I'm concerned about the Sinister Six movie because how are you going to have a Sinister Six movie without Spider-Man?
Well, it's supposed to be like that book, Suicide Squad. It's supposed to be like that, where they're looking for redemption.
No.
If they don't have bombs planted inside of them, they could go off at any second.
But
I don't care.
I saw the final X-Men Days of Future Past trailer.
But
But besides Quicksilver, I'm excited for it. Except that, two things. One, I don't like this the Wolverine show.
Yeah.
Again.
I don't like the Wolverine show.
I mean, they've hitched their wagon.
Two, Quicksilver annoys me.
Yeah. Why does he have to look like that?
But other than that, it looks really good. I saw. Have you guys seen the clip from the MTV Movie Award yet? The fight scene clip. Ooh, easy.
I just saw the trailer.
They released a clip of the first fight scene, and it's in the future, and it's like Blink. It starts off with it's cool. You see how the X-Men work together and using their powers against the future Sentinels.
Nice.
Blink is awesome. Bishop's cool.
So they have Warpath, don't they? Also?
Yeah, they have Warpath. They got Bishop. They've got.
I'm just
Colossus.
excited that Sentinels are in a movie.
Yes, they're in the movie, and
you didn't like it in the third one when a Sentinel head just fell and rolled in the Hollow Room or whatever they call it.
The Danger Room.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was not.
The Sentinels were supposed to be in the first. The Sentinels were supposed to be in the first one. Brian Singer said he was just like that. It just got cut out. He screenplayed Sentinels. They either in the Danger Room they were going to see Sentinels or they were going to fight Sentinels somehow. But yeah. But so that's pretty much what I've been doing. So
Nice.
Nathan.
Hey Nathan, what are you doing?
Well, I watched a lot of TV.
I know. Every time I get on my Xbox, it just says watching TV.
I watched
Hulu, watching Netflix. I'm just like, these are game machines, and you watch TV on them
because they do such a good job. I watched Game of Thrones.
I'm like, play games.
And they had the Purple Wedding.
I heard about that.
And it was epic. It actually was like a weight off of my chest.
Just don't spoil anything for me, please.
But just what is with this dude in weddings? This dude hates weddings.
Oh yeah, the author George R. Martin.
He hates weddings. Apparently, somebody did something to him at a wedding.
Stuff's gotta go down at a wedding. That's all there is to it.
But I've only heard. Again, I don't follow Game of Thrones.
If you think about it, though, it makes sense though because like everybody's there together.
Yep.
Defenses are a little bit lower because it's an event. You know,
it always comes down to it's someone that you thought was a friend.
Yeah, like it's easy to kind of betray somebody there because you're coming together as friends. You know, everybody's under the guise of, like, this is an event, we don't want to screw it up. Well, guess what? It's getting screwed up.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm still in the first book because I'm a slacker, but I'm
You need
really,
to finish it.
I'm really working on it now. Like
Honestly,
I'm actually
though,
making a push. Like I'm really concentrating. I'm trying to read at least an hour every day. I'm getting through it. I'm
his
going.
books are so massive.
They are big. They're long.
Take you a while.
But I mean,
Dude,
they move along.
900 pages.
Yeah, and they're talking about
They're
the
long,
last
but they-
two being 1,200 each.
Yeah,
That's cake. I'm a reader. That's cake.
they move along though. I mean, there's not like filler in the books. They move along.
Lisa, has been reading some of it, and then she'll go to like, Divergent, something aimed at a young adult.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, this is much less daunting to read than the
for
Game of Thrones.
Tweens.
Right. So, well, that's the thing though. When you don't have a lot of time, you don't want to.
That's why books on tape are amazing.
Talk about a blade of grass for 5 minutes.
Well,
which
that
it will do.
That does not happen in Game of Thrones.
You haven't finished the book though, have you?
No, but I'm over halfway through it.
So
that doesn't happen. They're not talking about a blade of grass forever. Like they move along.
Well,
they
for,
describe
like,
a thing and they move
paragraph
along.
He's a bit wordy. I know
He's not. He's not even as wordy as Tolkien.
But is he as wordy as Tolstoy?
I don't know. I didn't read those books. I got the Cliff Notes and passed the test.
Oh man, you guys!
I never read books. Like the only book that I read in junior high and high school was The Hobbit, and that's because I'd already read it once and it was fantastic. And so I was like, yeah, I'll read it again. And I aced every quiz and test that we had on that book. I was surprised that they had us read The Hobbit. I was like, you mean you're having us read something that isn't crap?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's funny.
How lucky is this that I get to read The Hobbit as an assignment?
I had to do something like Pass the Cheese, Please, or something. It was like
Who Moved My Cheese?
Who Moved My Cheese, yeah. I had to read that for a class. This class had like 1 million books in it.
Dude, they read some dumb books.
Yeah, it was an online class.
The Great Gatsby and like...
I did read The Great Gatsby, but that's also because I'd already read that and enjoyed it.
I did the audible.com free trial and just had it read to me while I was doing other things, and then I just completed the assignment, and I was like, bam, done. Back to Game of Thrones. It's amazing. The first episode of the season was good. This one's much better. So they're off to a great start for season 4.
When will season 4 come out on Blu-ray? Will it be before the end of the year?
No, usually it's not until like
the end of
February.
It's February, so like a month and a half to 2 months before it premieres. So in that little spot around 8 weeks.
So I'm gonna have to wait till February to see season
pretty much
4.
Unless you have HBO Go.
I can probably get somebody's HBO Go.
It's pretty awesome.
Because they let you have a bunch of people.
Yeah.
The other thing was I watched Total Divas because I was just curious.
Did you hate yourself?
Well, you know what? It's interesting to see how they're connecting
Is it?
real life and then what they want real life to be.
I watched Total Diva clips on WWE.com, and from the clips, I catch the cliff notes of what the show was about that day.
Apparently, Natalia is just a pooping machine, and she's just farting and pooping and bleeding out her nose and all kinds of stuff.
She's just being
she's a mess.
I'm to the point that saying you're a hard man up.
Oh, she is the manliest heart I know.
She's like, seriously, you were training in this dungeon. She was mad because she got hurt and it hit her face. And like you got trained in a dungeon.
Her nose is so messed up though, like lack of cartilage, that she can just push over and it's just completely flat against her face. Which is disgusting. I'm sorry. It looks like it's made of rubber. It's like she could rip her nose off and it would be okay.
That's very odd.
It was okay. It made me laugh though. It made me laugh a lot. And I had to explain to Lisa, because she and I watched it together, that John Cena, there was a rumor he had stepped out on his wife with a porn star. And there was a picture of said star holding a WWE title.
And going...
No, it was basically covering her. But yeah, it was a very interesting story leak. And, Total Divas gets exposure so that other people want to watch, so it makes sense.
I heard it was actually WWE Diva, but that John Cena was involved with. But
it's hard to say.
But there are multiple superstar accounts on that.
Exactly.
So.
Speaking of wrestling, I watched Monday Night Raw. It was
Did they have a
pretty
tribute
good.
to the Warriors?
Yes,
Yep.
it was a very good tribute.
They
did
it
the
was
10 bell
sad.
salute, and they all came out and for the 10 bell salute, and throughout the night they had the promo clips of the best Warrior stuff, and
Nice.
they really did a lot for the family. I've read about what they did for the family. They sent executives out to take care of affairs for the family while they grieved, to call people and organize stuff for them.
Oh, nice.
I'm pretty sure Triple H is they're gonna honor his contract and just give the money to them, and the E takes care of its own. It's one thing that unless you do something really bad, like one person we know, the E takes care of their own, and they do it quite well.
Yeah, and I've been hearing different accounts about CM Punk. To what I understand, he is not done with the company. He's still getting royalty checks from all the merchandise that he pushes, or doesn't push, but sold.
His contract isn't up till May, so
Right. So they didn't do anything with that. It didn't buy him out or anything. So he's going to keep getting that money. AJ's taking time off. She's probably hanging out with him. They may go get married. I guess CM Punk's been in horrible pain for 3 years. So, because he's always going to get stretched out by the yoga people, personal trainer guys, ice, painkillers. Actually, he doesn't use painkillers. He's using ice. Maybe icy hot on the outside, but he's been in horrible pain, which makes sense because he likes to do the elbow off the top.
Well, that and he's one of those guys like Daniel Bryan, like John Cena, who'll go 24/7 and without a break. So he's one of those hardcore. I'm in it for I love the game.
He's got the passion.
So
can't fault him for it. Let's see what else. They had the MTV Movie Awards this Sunday. I didn't watch.
You mean the Oscars for dummies?
Yeah, I just don't care. They find a way to get someone that's popular to show up and then give them an award, and that's it. I'm like, I don't really care.
Seriously,
but
12 years of... Let me talk about this real
It's
quick.
the only show where the points are made up and the awards mean nothing.
12 Years a Slave lost in Best Actor, Best Picture, and Best Actress to The Hunger Games.
What? Wait.
Do you understand that?
Run that by me one more time.
12 Years a Slave lost
to The Hunger Games.
in Best Picture, Best Actor, and Best Actress. Josh Hutcherson won Best Actor in the movie. Over, do you understand the stupidity of that?
Oh my god.
Yeah, so that's why it's the Oscars for dummies.
That's terrible.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man.
The only thing I got from the
Wow.
MTV Movie Awards was that nice fight scene.
Well,
from
I mean,
X-Men.
is that even the demographic that would watch the movie awards? Like teenagers? Like really? I didn't think anybody watched MTV. I thought it was kind of beyond everybody now.
Well, no, the tweens still love it because their favorite musicians pop up on there, and they have celebrities that they made up. Like, oh, I can identify with them because they're my age. Yeah, and they got like 5 kids. What's up with that? Go back to junior high. Yeah, it's pretty terrible.
Oh man, I didn't think anybody watched MTV at this point.
And people still watch it, and there's also MTV2 and MTV Tres. And then, VH1 still exists somehow. But they had that. I didn't really
occasionally
care.
they play music.
Yeah,
I tell you, the best...
They play music from 8 to 11 every day.
The best thing of the movie awards, though, they're like, how many cameos in the intro have we had as a record? And it was actually like, I'm trying to remember, 8 when Jean-Claude Van Damme hosted the MTV Movie Awards. Conan O'Brien hosted this time. I love Conan O'Brien.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you know how many cameos he got? 50. Andy Samberg, Adam Sandler. Oh man, I can't even think because they were just going around like Warner Brothers Studios and just finding people to do things. And they have like 3, 4, 5 at a time. It was epic. It was great, and I loved it.
Because he's funny, and
Conan is the bomb. And yeah, that's it. That's all I can say. Just find that video and watch it. They did a quick tribute to Paul Walker which I saw that online, and it was sad. It's just like the Ultimate Warrior thing, where you're like,
Yeah.
oh. And let's see, what else have I been up to? I've been watching Bad Grandpa. I haven't finished it yet.
You still watch that movie?
Okay. So the first 20 minutes were terrible because they did 2 bits. One was in the funeral parlor, and the other was at the grandpa and grandma's house where they're selling stuff, and they just milked it way too long. And I'm like, if this movie is just going to be one bit after another, taking too much time, I'm going to hate this. No, it's the exact opposite. After that, all quick, all fast. They didn't do it like a million times like an episode of Jackass. They just did it 1, 2, 3, did the gimmick, leave, done. And that's how it should have been. It is raunchy and disgusting and has issues, but is also hilarious and very inappropriate for children.
Yeah, even though a child started it.
Yeah, even though there's a kid in the movie. Oh, man.
The waivers that must have been signed.
Oh,
That kid got paid.
dude, there must be like a million waivers.
There were so many waivers that had to be signed for that kid to be in that movie, I'm sure.
Well, I'm just saying, all the people they had in that movie, too, because they're driving across the country.
Yeah.
They're like,
oh,
hey,
yeah. They're just
we're gonna do
passing
this.
out waivers. They, just drop them from a plane, and, there's, a dollar bill attached to each waiver. Sign this, you get $1.
I love that they have this little kid walking up and down a strip where there is a strip club, and he's looking for his grandpa, and his grandpa went to the wrong strip club. He went to one where dudes dance instead of where ladies dance, and then he started dancing, and then it was bad. So the things he said were terrible. But the little kid's walking around, and he walks up to an adult toy store or whatever, and he's knocking on it. He's like, "Hello, is my grandpa in here? He's old." And she's like, "No." And he's like, "You're pretty. You're like a stripper. I'm going to call you Cinnamon. That's your stripper name, right?" And she's like, "Wait, what? What?" It's just so wrong and so inappropriate. And that's just basically the tone of the whole thing.
Yeah. It's just trying to be as
Wrong.
awkward as possible.
Yeah.
And it's entertaining. I'll just say that. Haven't really played that many games this week, if any. Just been super busy with stuff.
You've been super busy watching Hulu and TV on your Xbox.
Actually, I just leave it running sometimes.
I know. It was
You guys
running
seen
at
the DC,
the other night when I couldn't sleep, it was running at 4 in the morning. I was like, I bet he's not awake.
No.
the Robot Chicken DC special too?
No.
It was hilarious.
I didn't get to see it yet.
I'm sorry. There were just some really.
I watched some
there
of
were
the clips.
Some really good bits. Yeah.
I do want to mention PAX East took place.
Yeah, it did.
And
Yeah, it
we
did.
didn't really dive into it because really it's a big indie game convention.
Yeah,
when
but
you wanna talk about
really,
games.
it's not as special as it used to be because now they're even doing a PAX South, and they had PAX Australia.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
And it's like there's gonna be
I-
gonna be 4 PAXs a year
Yeah,
now.
that's how I feel about Comic Con.
Oh
It's
my
like,
god!
that's how I feel about Comic Con. Comic Con's becoming, everyone.
There's too many
It's-
of them.
they're oversaturated.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like we could report
If you have
on
a
it,
PAX
but-
everywhere, does it really matter anymore? Like, is it that important? Are people still going to focus on it every time it happens 4 times a year?
Well, we could just as easily go to like Columbus or Chicago for like Wizard World or one of the other conventions.
Dude,
And
Columbus Wizard World is the week after Comic Con. I'm so mad because I wanted to go to Columbus. I wanted to go to Columbus.
well, if I can't afford to go to the New York Comic Con, I'll just go to the Columbus one because I have family up there and I can just stay.
You can spend $85 and a plane ticket to go. We don't have to get a plane ticket. We'll talk about that offline.
Yeah, let's say
You
we're
can
talking about-
afford New York Comic Con. It can be done.
I'm just you got plane ticket, you got tickets, hotel, and then also time off work. So, but we'll talk about all that later.
Yeah, we'll
Anyways,
talk
let's see I watched the 100, the newest episode of that.
It's getting good. I like that show.
That show is really good. Solid acting, special effects are decent, and the premise is it's battle royale with a little bit of Lost thrown in there and Hunger Games, all kind of.
I'm
once.
actually going more Lord of the Flies.
It's got that too, it really does, and it's enjoyable. There's a tension. This episode, I should just go ahead and ruin it. I think.
Yeah, ruin it, because I've never watched that.
You might actually.
No, I probably won't.
Okay, so
There's too many things.
they send this girl down. They've only done like 4 episodes.
There's too many things to watch.
Anyways,
too many games.
They send this. They send this game.
Too many things to watch
down,
and play and do.
And it was a Nintendo.
I'm never gonna watch it because there's too many things.
Really, there's too many things.
There's too many things.
Like,
all of the things. There are all of the things, Nathan. All of them.
All things.
All of the things.
She goes down. It's this girl. She lands. One guy gets the pod before some other people. He's like the supposed leader at this point. He grabs the radio, does a discus with it, flips it out, into a river somewhere. Then they find it later, after having talked with him and the girl, coming back from unconscious land. And here's the deal: the spaceship or space station is running out of oxygen, and the CO2 scrubbers aren't working. So they've worked for almost 100 years. It'll take 6 months to fix it. They only have enough air for, they thought, 4 months. Turns out it was like 4 weeks. So you know what their idea is? Kill a bunch of people. They were going to just leave a bunch of people in like deck 17 or something. Turn off all the air, all
Inject
the
them into
ventilation.
space.
No, just
let them suffocate.
Yeah, they were gonna just let them all suffocate, and they're like, it'll be peaceful. Honestly, suffocation's a horrible way to die.
Oh yeah, that's
it's
probably one of the worst.
extremely painful. But the way they did it, I guess, was supposed to be like, oh no, they're just gonna fall asleep. Like we'll put other gases in there, and they'll just fall asleep and die. So yeah, a bunch of people died. And the thing is, they couldn't have the radio, so you know what they did instead? They were shooting rockets, and they actually left Earth's orbit because they were using jet fuel. So they shot like these homemade rockets out into the sky. At the very end of the episode, it's the guy that's in charge, and then this important girl's mom are sitting side by side. Like, we did the right thing. We had to do this. They had to die because we don't know if anyone's alive down on the planet or not. And then they see the fireworks, the rockets, and they're like, crap, because they just realized, oh, it's perfectly safe down there. This beautiful girl that's the supposed leader of the people on the Earth, new people on Earth, she tripped and fell because she thought someone was following her, and she looks up, and it's just this big dude with like crazy, moss and armor on. Because what happened was they had a World War III kind of thing, nukes everywhere. They decided, well, I guess we'll leave, and a bunch of people left. Rest of the planet died. So we thought. Now there's like mutants and whatever.
Giant snakes that eat people out of the lake, which is hilarious. Yep. That was hilarious.
There's a deer with like
a face and
it's like 2 heads kind of merged together. And the area where that's merged is disgusting. So there's, what was it? Radiation storms. It basically looks like a cyclone, but it looks like sulfur. It just comes at you, burns your flesh. You probably will die or want to die if you survive. It's a good show, though. I enjoy it. There's every now and then there'll be one little thing that makes me go, stupid.
But it's the CW, so I mean,
exactly.
You can't be perfect.
Continuum was decent.
I kind of got mad at Continuum because it's like to the point now. God, I know time travel.
Yeah. It's falling upon itself because it has all this crazy stuff with time travel. I'm like, Justified wrapped up season, I think it was 5 or 6.
They've got one more to go, right?
They've got one more. And basically it ended with, okay, the bad guy died. Everyone that wasn't really evil lived. And we got this one girl out of prison. Have you ever watched Justified, Eli?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. I've watched like the whole first season.
All right, the crazy guy that the blonde girl was married to. I can't remember names right now. She actually went to prison because she killed someone that was trying to kill her. But he was beating up whores. That's what it was. And she was the madam of the house, if you will. Was it then her boyfriend or fiance or whatever was like, oh, I'm gonna get you out. I'll get you out. No, I'll make sure you're okay in here. And he just kind of botched everything. So he never really had her back. She was almost killed many times, and now Raylan's like, all right, if you be a stooge for us and, report on him, then I'll get you out of here right now and you can have your life back. And that happened. So
nice.
That's what's happening going in. They're going after the craziest guy in the whole show because him and Raylan have just been, back and forth. And you're like, well, why don't they just shoot each other? Oh, wait, he shot him like on the first episode. So what's going to happen? Well, we'll find out. Good show. Love it. Basically, he has to do this before he goes to Florida because he's going to go back home. His ex-wife is down there with their kid. So, his life would be better, I guess. And too much crazy stuff's happening in Kentucky because Kentucky's a terrible place. I said it. I've lived there. I know. What else? I really haven't done a whole lot otherwise. Watched some movies. I might go see it. I think it's Affliction or Afflicted. It's a new scary movie told by camera point, found footage. But it's like a werewolf or vampire thing. Like the guy gets infected with something and starts gaining superpowers. But then he starts turning evil and looks like a monster of sorts. So I thought that looked interesting. Haven't really seen any gems. I watched part of what was that movie you watched?
Rapturepalooza.
Yeah, Rapturepalooza, because I like Anna Kendrick and it has a really good cast. It's not the greatest thing I've ever seen.
It's not the greatest thing, but
it would.
Yeah.
You'll probably be offended if you watch it. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless you're an atheist, in which case you'll go, because I don't know. That's the dude from The Simpsons. They're doing a Lego Simpsons here soon, and I think it's this weekend. Maybe?
I love Legos, but dear Lord, enough with the Lego stuff.
No, man, you can never have too much Lego.
I mean, guys, I love Legos. I do. I love them. Since I was a kid, I love them.
Everything has to be Lego.
Lego Simpsons.
I want to buy the Lego Simpsons house. That thing is $200. I want it though.
Wow, that is insane.
I want it.
I feel like
I want to build the Lego Simpsons house.
Didn't mention that I should have. Defiance, new season that will be coming out soon. I watched.
Why?
Actually, it's
because it's a good it's one of sci-fi's best shows. And of course, they had to cancel Warehouse 13, which is amazing.
Warehouse 13 is going away.
Which started again, new episodes Monday. Which
I kind of felt like Warehouse 13 was like budget Fringe.
It is, and it's sillier. Eureka's gone. Being Human just finished up. So they needed to keep some stuff around for a little bit longer, and then they're going to, promote the shows they have, and then new shows will come out, obviously. But, that's why Defiance, they put so much money into it, they had to bring it back. They made a video game for it, for crying out loud, which no one plays.
Terrible idea.
I'd buy it for like $10, so... I'd buy that for $1. But, I really don't... It's not like
there are too many good games to play bad ones.
There really are.
I mean, really.
There's just too many good games.
There's no time to play bad ones.
I still have Assassin's Creed 4 from December when I rented it for the Xbox One.
I've got to get that.
And I need to send it back.
How much have you paid for that now?
Price of the game.
Yeah.
I really don't even... I haven't.
Why are you sending it back? Why don't you just keep it and tell them to send you the box?
Because then they'll charge him for the price of the game, even though he's technically already paid for it.
I should have beaten that. But, I have Titanfall, which is really fun. I've got Dead Rising 3, which is what I want to play, which you and I need to jump into that.
Yeah, I gotta get back onto that.
Dude, just let me know.
I'm not getting the DLC. So don't even ask me to play the DLC.
I own all the DLC.
I'm not getting the DLC.
Well, the DLC is like they're individual stories.
Yeah, I understand.
So I wouldn't want to play with anyone. I just want to beat the game because I'm in overtime, and because as you remember, if you get the better ending, you go to overtime.
Yeah,
and I'm getting that better ending. I'm like, let's do this. Let's wrap up. Let's
I need to finish that game.
I want to finish that game because. I like the story. I haven't said where the story went, but I think it's pretty cool. So, once you see it, you'll be like, oh. which I might tell Marquise later.
I'm sure I will enjoy the story. I don't know.
Well, you're like, there's other games.
I was kind of starting to enjoy it there for a little bit. Like, I was kind of getting into a groove and being like, oh yeah, I'm finding some secret items. I'm figuring out how to navigate up and get up on top of some of these buildings and climb around a little bit. I'm making some combo vehicles. I've got my skill points
Combo
up.
breaker.
I'm earning some PP. You know, numbers are popping up. I'm leveling up. I'm gaining skills and abilities. I'm spending points. I'm finding items. Like, you know, I was kind of getting into it a little bit. And then I was just like, oh, Dark Souls.
Well, yeah, but that's a totally different game, though. Dark Souls is a good game. Don't get me wrong, Dark Souls 2, I should say.
By the way, I saw the Captain America mod. That's awesome.
Oh, for the first Dark Souls? Yeah.
Jeez.
That was pretty cool.
America!
Yeah, and with the game sale, I bought Borderlands 2.
I bought too much stuff.
Because I have multiple 360s. You know, I have one that's sitting in pieces because the disk drive doesn't work. I'm thinking about putting it back together and just using it as a download station. I buy a 32 gig, memory stick, throw it in it, and just be like, okay, I play the games that I purchased on this one. I'll just go sit here and play.
Your power consumption is going to be ridiculous at your house.
Well, considering I've only got 100 amp, and I won't get into that, but let's just say it was supposed to be 200 amp. And that didn't work out. So, yeah. I'm going to be, flicking off the power supplies a lot when I'm, like, going to bed or whatever, retiring for the night. And what else? I don't know. We talked a lot about stuff here today. And I want to beat Dead Rising 3 because I want to get onto the DLC. Because you get different characters in the actual main game. I want to see those stories. But Dead Rising 3 is fun. I think we really, talked about everything we've done for the last month. So, kind of wrap it up here now.
I'm fine with that. There's not really any important gaming news. Dark Souls 2 comes out on PC next week. That's the biggest thing.
Box office was pretty much the same. Cap was number one. It's Rio 2. Oculus, WWE's Oculus movie actually was one of the bigger deals. It was made on a $5 million budget, made $12 million, and it's being number 3.
Man, those movies.
So for the E stepped into more horror genre again. They're making Leprechaun. They've got See No Evil 2 coming out. But so look
I'm sorry. The fact that they're making Leprechaun over again. Oh, you should see a picture of the box art for Leprechaun where it has Jennifer Aniston on it. Her nose is twice as wide right here on the bridge. I'm just like, this is amazing. She looks like an alien from Star Trek.
I always forget that she was in
that. It was pre-nose job for Friends. She's Greek, so
yeah, she's Greek. But yeah, pretty much. Number 4, Draft Day. 5, Noah. Number 6, Divergent. Number 7 was God's Not Dead. Number 8 was The Grand Budapest Hotel. Number 9 was Muppets Most Wanted. And number 10 was Mr. Peabody and Sherman.
It's interesting to see Mr. Peabody and Sherman. I was looking at the weekly stats, or was it monthly? It was monthly stats. Last month, Minecraft sold incredibly well.
Dude, Minecraft was playing. I was playing Minecraft the other night.
I was like, Minecraft always sells incredibly well.
I'm not technical with Minecraft. I don't sit there.
The retail version for PS3 just came out recently, I think.
But I'm now starting to hunt for Endermen, so I can make craft things, and I can make an Ender chest. So I can.
Oh, they have Ender chests in the Xbox.
Yeah, so I can now. I made one for my Creative Save world, so I can make an Ender chest and take all the stuff that I need from there.
It's a chest that. Do you know the concept of it yet? It's a chest that you put stuff in, and then if you build another chest somewhere else, you can access stuff.
All the stuff.
Oh, it's a Resident Evil chest.
It's Mm-hmm.
So basically, I build the chest, and I made a world. I built the chest, and I stocked it with all the things I need in my world. And now I've got to go make an Ender chest in my world.
Yeah.
And that's my quest right now. I made 4 different save locations.
I might have to hop on the Xbox version again and see what's up.
It's like crap.
Do they have horses yet?
No, they don't have horses yet. Not that I've seen, but we have ocelots now.
You have the ocelots? Okay.
I can make a rug.
Oh, okay. So they've got some of the newer stuff.
Yeah, they've got some of the newer stuff. I got the anvil now. I can craft armor and stuff.
Did you guys see real quick the intro to The Simpsons where it was Minecraft?
No, I didn't see that yet.
Yeah,
I need to look that up.
I know that the guys from Rocky Jump, Brandon J.L.A., you see Brandon's channel? They're making the Minecraft like a movie. He's making a movie for
really?
Minecraft, yeah.
Nice.
It's called the Rise of a Man. And it looks really good. They said
I'm sure it'll be fantastic. Those guys.
They had a nice clip of it. So it looks really good. But
Video Game High School is a fantastic series.
Dude, I can't wait for the final season. They're writing and producing the final season right now.
I was gonna say, what's it on now though? Just the second season?
Yeah, second season's up on Netflix.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, high school's 3 years, so.
Well, not for everyone. You know,
I have 4 years high school.
It depends if you had a junior high or a middle school in your area.
Yeah.
I had a middle school, so I'll have 4 years high school.
Yeah. Exactly. Which that's too much.
We had junior high.
No, it was awesome, dude. Right here. Because I came in sophomore year.
Junior high for the win.
I missed the whole freshman hierarchy thing. I jumped right into sophomore year. It was awesome. I love high school. But
all right, guys.
I think we're done.
Let's wrap it
the
up.
Finale.
Welcome to
I'm
the
really
finale.
tired.
Yeah,
everyone's falling asleep.
No, actually, I'm not falling asleep.
Marquise is not. I am.
Bam. Yeah, I'm up.
Well, I'm kind of sleepy. Time to drive you home.
Yeah, no.
The only reason I didn't used to fall asleep is because I used to sleep till 10 o'clock. I'm up at 7:15 now, so.
But you have a good job.
I do.
That you like. So.
I do. I enjoy my job. It's fun.
I don't know.
Well, you guys are getting ready to getting up. I'm going to bed.
Yeah, that's. Ugh.
I know some people that work those shifts too, and they do the same thing. Actually, I know some people that just go crazy and stay up till 6 a.m. for no reason. They'll get on Facebook or something.
Those people are nuts, but
yeah, I don't do that. All right, guys. Steve, Eli,
Do stuff.
Buy more comics
and check us out on TimeRust.com.